Energy efficient windows are a high priority for a lot of our customers. There are rebates available still through Energy Trust and Mid-State, depending on your utility company and type of heat that you use. There's also rebates for upgrade in heating systems, like the mini splits, ductless systems, through Mid-State and through Energy Trust. So a typical exterior job would be siding, tear off, either new hardy plank siding most generally. Sometimes we do cedar, but that's very seldom. And embellishments like shakes or accent trim work or stone veneer like we've done here. In high energy efficient windows, we can get all the way down to about a 0.23 U value now. Your common window, building code window is 0.35. The lower number is the higher the energy efficiency. And the higher the energy efficiency, the better the rebate from the energy companies. So typically we'll tear off all the siding and a complete new Tyvek drain wrap system. New windows, complete Tyvek flash system around the windows, and then apply the new siding with the proper flashings. If there's a deck, then it would be removed and the proper flashings and vapor barrier would be put up prior to installing the deck so that it's flashed properly and won't leak. This particular project, we had to remove everything around the perimeter on the second floor at the floor joist line because the dry rot had gotten into the floor system where the deck was attached. There was no flashing whatsoever. There was no paper underneath the rim. The rim board had been nailed, not bolted to the house. So the entire thing was removed, and as you'll see by this drawing that I'm going to post on the website, that it shows the proper way to attach the rim board and flash the rim board so that there'll never be any leaking problems in the future. We put the felt paper behind it where the deck is going to be, the 16 inches of felt paper. Then you bolt the deck to the structure, and then on top of that you put a Z metal on top of the ledger. It's 1.5 inches on top. It goes up the wall, and then over the top of that we put a 6-inch Valcor. It's a rubberized tape that adheres the flashing to the side wall of the house, and then your Tyvek comes down and laps over the top of that. So unless the water could crawl up the wall a foot, there's no way that it could ever get wet. And then we put the deck on, and then on top of the deck there's another piece of flashing that's 2 inches onto the deck, 3 inches up the wall, and then your siding will lap over the top of that and seal that flashing. So there virtually is no way that water could ever penetrate into the wall system. It's just impossible for it to ever happen. You know, there's been a mindset here for years that we're Central Oregon and we're dry, we don't have to worry about these problems. But every house that I've done this year has had these problems. Every single one. So I know that those problems exist. We have snow that sits on these decks for months and months, especially if it's a vacation home where they don't use the home in the winter. Things don't dry out, and it's cold and it's wet. It's going to happen if it's not done properly.